Girl, if Diddy thought beating those federal charges meant the end of his drama, he's in for a rude awakening. Word on the street is that one of his former lovers just leaked a jaw-dropping list of people Diddy allegedly gave STDs to, and the names on that list will leave you speechless. Turns out Diddy's been getting around a lot more than most of us realized. And if you're wondering how he's managed to keep this under wraps for so long, well, it looks like money really does talk, because insiders claim he's been paying off people left and right to keep quiet. So who's actually on this list? And why is everything unraveling now? Let's get into it. Rumors about Diddy possibly having some kind of infection have been swirling for a while, especially after he showed up to court looking noticeably ill. But things didn't really explode until after the trial, when Cassie was hit with a lawsuit from a male escort named Clayton Howard, who goes by Dave professionally. Though Dave didn't testify, his name came up during the review of Cassie's text messages by prosecutors. In one exchange, Dave texted Cassie around 1:30 a.m., confirming he'd arrived for a meeting. 6 hours later, he simply texted, "Thanks, LOL." But it's what came out after that really got people talking. In a separate interview, Dave claimed he was used as a prop for Diddy and Cassie's twisted fantasies, saying they drugged, manipulated, and traumatized him during their toxic and often violent relationship. He alleged Cassie pressured him into taking ecstasy and having unprotected sex, even forcing him to engage in painful acts for their entertainment. Things escalated further when Dave claimed he contracted an STD from the encounter and that Cassie forced him to sleep with her during her period. That bombshell sparked even more speculation, especially after rumors started flying that Dave had also leaked a list of others allegedly infected by Diddy. One of the first names to pop up? Saucy Santana. And the tea got hotter when Santana's ex, Chef D, took to social media with his own messy receipts. In a chaotic rant, Chef D accused Santana of
"Oh, I swerved you, bitch. You can never swerve me, you big, fat, patty whack, give a dog a bone ass bitch. Excuse me? Miss Bumpy? Never. Ever. I would never stick my dick in you. It's too pretty. And the Spanish poppies deserve it."
Okay, I need that dick.
What are you talking about?
I need to patch myself up. Now y'all gonna let me leave and I'm off the fuck down.
Nah, I like that though.
Okay.
It's time to go.
It's time to go!
Now this next part is wild. According to the Escort, Saucy Santana wasn't just romantically linked to Diddy, he was allegedly being passed around to some of Diddy's powerful industry friends. And if that sounds familiar, it's because Jane Doe hinted at the same thing during her testimony. She claimed Santana was being paid to entertain certain rappers, and we all know what that really means. She said the first time she encountered Santana was at one of Diddy's notorious freak-offs, where he was allegedly working the room as an escort, but it didn't stop there. She ran into him again at another freak-off, this one hosted by a different high-profile rapper. If her story lines up, it seems to support the Escorts' claims that Diddy was allegedly pimping Santana out to others in the industry. But just when you think it can't get messier, it does. The Escort also dropped a bombshell, claiming that Diddy allegedly gave Will Smith an STI. And according to him, that's the real reason behind.
In 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
Back then, most people assumed Will and Jada's split was all about the August Alsina entanglement and Jada's constant oversharing at Will's expense. But these new rumors are flipping that narrative on its head. Word on the street is the real reason behind their separation is that Will was allegedly hooking up with both men and women, Diddy included. And those old blind items about Will and Diddy sneaking off together? They're resurfacing, now backed by the Escort's explosive claims. Allegedly, Jada found out Will had contracted an STI from Diddy, and she wasn't about to risk her own health just to keep up appearances. Then came the plot twist. Just hours after the Escort publicly named Will, news broke that Will and Jada were officially getting divorced. The headlines tried to spin it like Will was the one pushing for it, but behind the scenes, it looks more like Jada had enough and was walking away for good. Then there's Usher, another name people keep circling back to. Given how close he and Diddy used to be, these new allegations are making their past look a whole lot more suspicious. Let's not forget, Usher moved in with Diddy in New York when he was just 13 years old. Years later, in a candid interview with Howard Stern, he admitted that the environment was weird and said he saw things that made him uncomfortable. He even made it clear he'd never allow his own kids in a situation like that. Now that Diddy's name is trending for all the wrong reasons, fans are revisiting those old comments and asking what really went down back then. But that's not the only reason Usher's name is in the mix. He's also faced 3 separate lawsuits from women who alleged he gave them herpes. While those cases weren't about HIV, they added more fuel to the fire. Given his STI-related history, some fans are now convinced Usher may have walked away from that Diddy circle with more than just industry connections. And unsurprisingly, Meek Mill's name is also floating around. And honestly, he might be the least surprising name on the list. Remember when Lil Rod hinted at a hookup involving a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj? He never said Meek's name outright, but the clues made it pretty clear who he meant. Instead of letting it slide, Meek jumped on Twitter and went on a full-blown rant basically confirming what people were already whispering. He tweeted things like, "I'm from Philly. I don't do nose candy or freaky Molly. And no man."
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
And let's not act like y'all forgot about that wild tape that allegedly showed Meek Mill getting pounded by Diddy. The clip was straight up insane, and while I won't go into all the explicit details, let's just say it set the internet on fire. But what really blew people's minds was what Diddy's former bodyguard had to say, claiming that Diddy was out here slanging that thing all over the industry. And if the whispers are true, there are probably way more names involved than we even know. So the big question is, how did Diddy manage to keep all this under wraps for so long? Especially with so many escorts, partners, and insiders who could have exposed him? According to one doctor who weighed in, it all comes down to money and manipulation. Diddy allegedly had an entire slush fund dedicated to paying off escorts, lovers, and anyone else who might have had dirt on him. And when the money didn't do the trick, he supposedly resorted to intimidation, threatening people into silence. Put those two together, fat checks and fear, and it becomes a lot clearer how he was able to fly under the radar for years. But now that his secrets are unraveling in the public eye, the mask is slipping. So now I want to hear from you. What do y'all think about all this?